P6, you are welcome to this science session. I'm Teacher Habib, and today we are going to look at the world of living things. So living things are those things which have life. They have quite a number of characteristics that we can be able to use to describe them. So first of all, living things feed. They take in food. They respond to stimuli. Stimuli are the changes in the environment to which organisms are sensitive. Living things reproduce. Living things respire or carry out what we call respiration. Living things locomote or move. They are able to move from place to place. Even those that cannot move from one place to another are able to move their parts. Living things excrete or carry out excretion. This is the removal of wastes from the body. Living things grow, and finally, living things have cells. So the body of any living thing is made up of cells, quite a number of cells. So a cell is the smallest functional unit of an organism. So all organisms have bodies that are built out of cells. Of course, these cells have the ability to die, and then the body keeps on manufacturing more and more of these cells. Then we said living things reproduce, and the reason for this is to enable them to increase in number. They reproduce to be able to multiply or increase in number. Then we also said they respire, and the respiration by definition is the oxidation of food to release energy. Alternatively, we can say respiration is the process by which oxygen burns food in the body cells to release energy. So this can actually show you how important the cells are. This is where respiration takes place. Let's look at the differences between plants and animals as some of the major groups of living things. So plants have chlorophyll while animals have no chlorophyll. This is actually why plants are able to make their own food, and then animals cannot make their own food. Plants have a slow response to stimuli, while animals have a quick response to stimuli. Then, since plants have chlorophyll, we can as well say they are able to make their own food, while animals feed on already made food. We can find some other ways of phrasing this difference. We can say plants feed autotrophically while animals feed holozoically. Or we can say plants undergo autotrophic nutrition while animals undergo holozoic nutrition. When we look at the plant cells and the animal cells, plant cells have chloroplasts while animal cells have no chloroplasts. Then plant cells have cell walls while animal cells have no cell walls. So the plant cells are protected by the cell walls while the animal cells simply have cell membranes. Now, we talked about those two as some of the components or some of the groups of organisms or living things. But we actually have around 5 kingdoms of living things. First of all, a kingdom is the highest rank of classification of organisms. So when we are grouping organisms, we group them from the smallest class, and as we go above, the last one will be a kingdom. It is the highest rank of classification of organisms. So we've said we have 5 of them. The first one is the animal kingdom. Then we have the plant kingdom. We have the bacteria kingdom, or what we may as well call Monera kingdom. We have the fungi kingdom, and finally we have the Protoctista kingdom. That is a kingdom that is made up of the single-celled organisms. Now let's look at the animal kingdom in particular. We've already said classification is the grouping of things basing on their common characteristics and features. Now, when we come to classification of animals, this is the grouping of animals basing on their common characteristics and features. So we have quite a number of factors that we can consider as we group or classify these animals. One, we have the animal feeding habits. We look at the mode of feeding of animals. What do they feed on and how do they acquire this food? Then secondly, we can talk about the animal habitats. Where do these animals live? There are animals that live in the water. There are those that live on land. So animals can as well be classified according to their habitats. Then we have the animal mode of movement or way of movement. How do these animals move? There are animals that swim in water. There are those that fly, and there are those that walk on land. So that is another very important factor that can be considered as we classify these animals. Then we also have the animal type of skeleton. Some animals have endoskeleton, other animals have exoskeleton, and some other animals have hydrostatic skeleton. Another important factor is the animal mode of respiration. How do these animals respire? And then finally, the animal body structure and features. So today we are going to stop right there. We shall have some assignment attached to this video. Please watch it closely, do the assignment and submit it on time for grading.